Hey friends, I'm so glad you're here. Come on in. I've been waiting. In fact, I'm really hoping that right now that you are all waving back. Miles, are you waving back? Silas, Cruz, are you waving back? Hope, Kaylin, Grace, I hope you're looking at me. Elizabeth, Timothy, Zion. Yay, we're gonna have a little school. Perla, Jonathan, Avery, and Hudson. I'm so glad you're here this morning, and we've got some fun things to talk about.
Good morning, friends. Hey, I'm glad to see you. I think you were just visiting Mrs. McGuire's room. It's time to come on over and see our friends. Look at all these friends, and we have our pumpkins for October. We have Dana and Jakin. Good morning to Adrene and Rosie. And there's Leo and Lua. We have some L names. There's another L named Luke and Everett, Preston, Robel, Adeline, and Quinn. Good morning to all of those friends. I'm so glad that you've come to watch us do some learning. Even though you're not here at school, sometimes we learn at school and sometimes we learn in our homes. So I'm happy you're here today. Come on, let's go see what we're going to learn in circle time.
Hi, boys and girls. So glad that you're here today. I miss you in the classroom, and Mrs. Nolan misses you in her classroom. But guess what? We're going to do some learning at home. And what's really fun about it is now you get to have your mommy or daddy see some of the things that we do in our class. Right now, we're going to look at our calendar just like we do normally in our classroom. I don't have a friend to help me, but I do have my pointer stick. And I'm going to point to our new month. It's new. We've only said it one time. Who remembers this month? Oh gosh, I think there's some of you that are remembering it. It starts with the letter O and it makes a sound. Anybody? Ready? I'm going to say it. October. And the letters in October are O, C, T, O, B, E, R. And I just have to tell you, friends, that I think you can see who is in the picture with me. It's Cotton. He is really missing you guys too. So there he goes. So you might see him hopping around. I've let him out. He's a little sad that it's a little lonely here for him, but he's doing good. So, October. Let's count how many days we've had in October. Are you ready? We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've had 7 days, and we have a pattern. Our pattern is pumpkin, pumpkin, candy corn, candy corn, pumpkin, pumpkin, candy corn. Did I hear some of you say you think the next one is going to be a candy corn? You are right. It will be a candy corn. So we've got 2 pumpkins, 2 candy corns. Our pattern doesn't change. It stays the same. 2 pumpkins, 2 candy corns. Great job. The other thing that we have this month is we have a new memory verse. Our new verse is right here. And it says, love each other. John 15:17. That verse is in our Bible, and you can look it up at home if you have a Bible. But it says, love each other. And we're going to be talking about that. when we come back to school real soon. All right, have one more thing to show you over here in my room, and then we're going to go visit Mrs. Nolan because she has some things to talk to you about too. One of the things over here, I've got a couple new things for the friends. You might spy it with your little eyes, some new things that are on the board. Because in October, we might see some spiders. But for sure in October, we see pumpkins. Some of you may have been out to a pumpkin patch. And this sign says, "Watch pumpkins grow." And we see seeds, and we see a sprout, and we see blooms, and we see a green pumpkin, and then we see a big orange pumpkin ready to be picked. Those are some of the things we're going to talk about, and some things you're going to have in your packet to do at home. But let's go see Mrs. Nolan.
Hi, friends. We are now at circle time, and Mrs. McGuire showed you the October calendar. We're talking all about pumpkins this month and how they grow. And so today I have a story to read to you, and it's called Seed, Sprout, Pumpkin Pie. And I'm excited because this book starts out when pumpkins are just a little itty bitty seed. Did you know that pumpkin seeds are white before you put them in the ground? They are. They're white and they're kind of small, but for a seed, I feel like it's a big seed. Well, this story is going to tell us all about how that seed can grow in the warm summer sunshine and grow until it turns into a pumpkin. Have you picked your pumpkin yet? Maybe you haven't picked your pumpkin yet, but maybe you've been to the store. I remember Preston telling us he's going to Target to get his pumpkin this year. Or maybe you're going to a pumpkin patch or a farm to get your pumpkin. Well, when you go, you can be looking for some of the things that we read about in our story today. Our first page says, a pumpkin seed is tucked. There's those seeds we talked about. Is tucked into the warm earth. The spring rains soften its tough coat. A root, these are the roots, they reach for moisture. And a sprout that starts to grow reaches up for the sunlight. See how some of the roots are reaching down and the sprout is reaching up? Soon jagged leaves bonk, 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 rise from the twisty vines. They wander in all directions. And bees visit the golden blossoms. They spread the pollen from flower to flower. Bees are our helpers. They're our pollinators. We need the bees to do the work to help the pumpkin plants grow. Here and there, tiny green knobs replace the wilted flower. The knobs change color, and slowly they start to grow. They grow heavier by the day. And the cooler nights come, and the vines start to shrivel. Left behind are pumpkins, pumpkins, pumpkins. Look at all those pumpkins everywhere. Pumpkins are a type of squash. They can be green and red, maybe tan or yellow, white, or even blue. The pumpkins we know best are bright orange. There are tall pumpkins and short pumpkins. There are smooth pumpkins and bumpy pumpkins. There are wee pumpkins, that means little, And they are only inches wide. They're like maybe that big, not very big at all. And there's giant pumpkins. They're so big, you could even sit inside. It's a pretty big pumpkin. They cut out a hole and they're using it for a boat. That silly bunny is back here chewing on my box. You silly little bunny. Thump, thump, thump. Pumpkins sound hollow, but inside there are stringy, wet pulp and oodles of slippery white seeds. The seeds might be saved to grow pumpkins for next year, or you can dry them and even have them for a crunchy snack. See, she's pulling all those ooey gooey strings and seeds out. Pumpkin pulp smells sharp and tangy, but it can be made into delicious breads, desserts, and soups, or even pumpkin bars. This morning for breakfast, I had a pumpkin spice bar. So good. Sugar pumpkins go into the spicy pies that we bring to our Thanksgiving table. You know what this says? This says, the end. Unless there was something else that pumpkins might be used for. If you put on your thinking cap, can you think of something else that you can use a pumpkin for? I'll give you a clue. It might have a face on it. What do you think?